Hello friends, welcome to Shiva Academy. This video series is mainly to address the questions and the comments that I am receiving through mail or in the comment section. As a continuation of that, here is a question which I have received from one of the subscriber. First let me explain what is the question is about, then we will see what is the answer for this question. So the question is, we have a package which contains the same variable name for both global variable and private variable. And the expectation is, how can we print or access the value of both the variable in the procedure? Fine. First let us see what is the global variable and what is a private variable. Then we'll see how to access the value of both the variable inside the procedure. Okay, first I'm going to create a package. Let's say create a replace package. Let's say package name is like test package as, let's say n. I'm going to create one variable, or I'm going to declare one variable called lv_var of varchar2 data type. Let us assign a value called global, because the variable what we are going to declare in the package spec can be accessed anywhere or within all the procedure and functions of the package body. So this is called a global variable. Let me say global variable, right? So for then what we will do, we'll just create one package body and let us try to access this variable. So to print the variable from a procedure, let me just create one procedure called p_print. So first let me just create the spec. The spec is created. So now let us create the package body. So let me say package body test package as. So let us try to print the value of the variable from the procedure. So for that I'm just using dbms output.put_line of this variable. So let me just print the variable name equal to whatever the value, right? So let me just try to create the package body. Now you can see we just created the spec and the body. So now this variable is a global variable because we declared this global variable in the specification, and it can be accessed by all the procedures what we are going to declare inside the body. Fine. First let us just try to access the value, then we'll come back to the private variable. So let's say put on. Let us try to execute the procedure. So let's say the package name dot procedure name, right? So let me just try to execute this complete statement. Now we can see the variable value is getting printed as global because that is what we have declared it here. Fine. So now the question is, suppose if this procedure is having a variable name exactly same as the global variable name, then what would be the value getting printed here? For example, suppose if we go and declare one variable here, exactly the same variable name. Now I'm just going to assign some other value, let's say local, because this variable, right, this variable scope is only within the procedure, and that's why this variable is called either a local variable or a private variable. So let's call this as like either private or local variable, right? So now the question is, I just assigned a value called local, right? Now the question is, suppose if we compile this package, obviously this variable will refer to the local variable's value instead of the global variable's value. Let me just recompile both spec and body, right? So now let us just re-execute the statement again. Now if you see, the value of the variable is referred to local instead of global. That is because always the local variable take the precedence over the global variable. Fine. Now the question is, how can we access both the local variable's value and the global variable's value inside the procedure? So this is the actual question. Fine. Now let us see how can we access the global variable's value inside the procedure. So this kind of situation will occur only when the variable name is same for both global variable name and private or local variable name. Fine. So now what we will do, we'll just copy paste the same DBMS output. To access the global variable value, we just need to access the variable by referring the package name. For example, instead of calling the variable name as it is, let us say package name dot variable name. Right. Now let me just recompile both spec and body. Both spec and body got recompiled, are created again. So let us re-execute our procedure statement. See, now if you see, whatever the variable lv underscore var in this statement is actually referring to the local variable. However, when we refer the package name dot variable name, you can see here package name dot variable name, which is getting printed from here, which will actually refer to the global variable's value. Okay, very similar to this. In fact, we can call the variable of the local value procedure also by procedure name dot variable name. Generally, we will not refer a variable by calling the procedure name dot variable name, but it is good to write like this because it will give a more readability. Because by just looking at the variable name, we can very well know that whether this value comes from either the procedures variable or it comes from the global variable. Fine. Let me just recompile the package again. So let me just re-execute the statement. Now you can see the variable, this variable is actually referring to the local variable. The package name dot variable name, which is getting printed from here, is actually referring to the package's global variable. When you refer by procedure name dot variable, this actually will refer to the procedure's local or private variable, right? So the answer to this question is, if you want to access the global variable, you can refer by the package name dot variable name. If you want to access the local variable, you can access by its variable name itself. But for more readability, what we can do, we can say procedure name dot variable name. We will see one more question very similar to this concept only. So you can see here a nested block. You can see here one inner block and here is an outer block, right? See, I've declared one variable called lv underscore var1 and assigned a value called inner block, right? So obviously when we are trying to print from here, right, only the inner block value will get referred. Right. Now what we are going to do, we are just going to declare one more variable in the outer block. The variable name is exactly same. You can see here the variable name of this variable and this variable are exactly same. Now the question is, how can we access the outer block's variable inside the inner block, provided both the variable have the same name? So this is the question. This question is also very much similar to the question what we have seen just now. Fine. Now let's see how to access. By default, when we access or print this information, what will happen is the inner block, I mean the first DBMS output statement will actually access the outer block's variable. The second DBMS statement will actually refer the inner block's variable. My expectation is, how can we access outer block's variables value inside the inner block? So this is the expectation. Now let's see how to access this. Okay, now I have just written one simple block. So let us assign a value. Let's say this is outer, right? So let's say outer block, right? So let's try to execute this statement as it is. Now we can see this is just printing outer block. Fine. So now what we will do, we'll just create one more inner block. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy paste the same thing and I'm just going to put as an inner block, and here let me just make the value as inner. So now what will happen, whenever we execute this statement, this variable will access the outer block's value and this variable will access the inner block's variable's value. Right? Because the local variable will always take precedence over the global variable. Fine. Let us now just execute this and see. Now you can see here, so it is just printing first outer block and then inner block. To just make it more meaningful here, so let me just say this is outer, it is getting printed from outer block. So here it is just let's say that inner, so that we know by looking at the output statement from where exactly it is getting printed. Now you can see the inner block is actually accessing the inner block's variables value. Now the question is, how can we access the outer block variables value inside the inner block? In our earlier case, we had a package and a procedure. The package have a name and the procedure has a name. So we called or accessed the variable by specifying the name of the package or name of the procedure. However, in this case, we don't have any name for this block. So that is why it is not possible to access the outer block's variable inside the inner block, unless otherwise we explicitly give a name for this block. Exactly, that's what we are going to do. We are just going to give a name for the outer block and then we are going to give a name for the inner block. By that way, we can access the variable name by specifying the block name. Now let's see how to give a name for the block. So here is the syntax to give a name for the block. You just need to specify like this and just give a block name. Let's say this is outer. So this is the name for outer block. Very similar to this, I'm just going to give a name for inner block. So now the inner block will be referred with inner. Better don't use the reserved keyword, just give use some other keyword. Let's say inner block. Same way I'm saying outer block, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to refer saying that inner block name dot variable name. Similarly, I'm going to print outer block variable or outer block name dot variable. Let me say this is outer, right? So now let us just try executing this. Now you can see here, this variable is actually accessing the outer block value. So that's why it is just printing outer block. Now this section, that is inner block dot variable name, will refer to the inner block's value. So it will just print inner block, which is coming from here. Now from within the inner block, we are saying outer block name dot variable name. So this will actually refer to the outer block's variable name. So that is why the last or the third DBMS output is printing outer block. So even though the variable name is same, still we will be able to access either the inner block's variable value or the outer block variable value by specifying the name. So to give a name, we can just use this format. Okay, by this way, even for anonymous block, we will be able to give the name for the block. Once we are able to give the name for the block, it is easy for us to access the variable by specifying the block name. If you have any questions to be answered, you can post it in the comment section or you can drop to this mail ID. But before that, you can check whether a similar question has already been answered as part of the subscriber question series or as part of the interview question series. If you're not able to find your question here, please write back to me. I'll be happy to record and post as a new video. If you've learned something new, please like this video, subscribe and stay tuned for new feature video, interview question, SQL practical question and concept videos. And thanks a lot for watching this video. Please click the bell icon if you want to receive instant notification whenever new videos are uploaded into this channel. Thank you.